Good morning, it is 2025. I hope you had an awesome night last night. The weather turned out pretty great. We had temperatures in the upper 40s in San Francisco, low 50s, so just a really perfect night for that. I hope you're not too dinged up. I worked, which is the way I don't get dinged up, because working nights all these years, you just don't, right? You just stay out of trouble. And I did, and I'm stoked because here it is, this beautiful day, plenty of sunshine, and these people, well, some clouds, these people, check this out. This is Mount Tamalpais this morning. I'm gonna back it up. These are my new favorite people. So see if you can find them. Sun's coming up, boom, 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 boom. See people scampering out on the rocks, kind of going out there. I don't know if you can see them yet. There they are, and the sun comes up and bam, there they are. They're up at God knows when in the morning, which I've always worked nights, right? So I don't see the sunrise, and they are watching the sunrise. Awesome. What a way to start 2025. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, so I'm proud of them. I kind of wish I was that guy, but I'm not. Beautiful, beautiful day, though. That is the sun already up. They are probably off doing a fun run now and eating healthily and doing good things for their bodies. So that is, I'm always envious of those people, those early morning get on it people. We got a buddy, Mark Hanley, who surfs in the morning, because in the beach in the old days there was a lot of beef. We talked about that before. It was just a different culture. Still is some, but not as much. It was just nonstop beef. There was like localism. And Mark, he goes, dude, you got to go in the morning at about sunrise till about 8 a.m. He goes, there's never beef in the morning. He goes, nobody, no, the bad guys, the jerks are all hungover. They don't get up, right? So, and it's true. You know, early morning, it's rare you bump into a surly dude. You bump into surly dudes around 2 in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon. And so, yeah, so it's words to live by. Words to live by. Okay, so this is a satellite image. We got some changes coming. We got Friday, it's going to rain. So today, tomorrow, money. Maybe a sprinkle. There was a sprinkle up in Rockland this morning, up in Sacramento Valley. In the mountains, they may get a couple snow flurries, but no big deal. And then as we go into Friday, we get a full-fledged weather system. We'll look into that. We'll look into a potential extended period of dry weather as we go into next week. And then we're also looking at the potential for some kind of significant fire danger for Southern California. That's right, I said fire danger for Southern California, and that has to do with the haves and the have-nots line. You know, that line we keep talking about between basically Bay Bridge north in Marin County, 170% of rainfall. Bay Bridge south, under 100%, and you go past Monterey down, you're down to 50%. So it's very dry in Southern California, and they're going to probably get a Santa Ana wind event, or probably. The model suggests that into next week. So just a beautiful satellite. I love this. That's some tropical moisture streaming in, and then these lines, see these rolls. That to me indicates wind blowing perpendicular to the clouds, and then it starts rolling. It takes that top layer of cloud, and it pushes it faster than the lower layer, which is getting hit by the friction, the topography, right? It's just elevation difference, and so it starts to roll, and you get these kind of like rolling out dough, right? It's a lot like rolling out dough, actually, right? The roller, yeah, with your hands. Yeah, it's like rolling dough. So that's what we got. Just some beautiful. There's a name for those clouds. I call them roll clouds. I think there's a better name for them than that. It's funny. I haven't been in school as Berkeley undergraduate, climatology, meteorology. It was a geography major, but it was physical, and that was back in the 70s. And then I went to San Francisco State Atmospheric Science Graduate School, or postgraduate studies. So that's holy smokes, like 1987. It was the last time I was in school. So I mean, it's just some of this stuff is lost on me, but I keep current. But I'm just saying the actual mechanics, the Newtonian physics, all the stuff that we learned, the calculus, differentials. I'm like, I wouldn't even know what to do. Okay, so here we go. This is the model, the GFS. Oh, good morning, by the way. I've got one more piece of apple pie left, and it's in the next hour, it's gone. And that's it. It's a new year. I'm starting fresh. I will have some beers. I'm off tomorrow night. No, Friday night, so I'll have some beers then. Okay, so here is the move. This is today. This is Thursday. This is Friday. Here's the Friday event. So this is a classic early January weather system. Extratropical, meaning it's coming from outside the tropics. Most of this moisture is going to be cooler air. It's moisture that probably originated in the tropics, but it's moved north. It's been modified. It's cooler air now. So snow levels, and you can see here that bullseye right over Lake Tahoe. Snow levels will be down to about Blue Canyon for sure, maybe a tad lower, and you'll be getting perhaps a foot of snow. Might see a winter storm warning. Might get more snow than that as it hangs up there. For the Bay Area, it's same thing. You know that line we talked about? It's going to be more rain in Marin County, less rain in Santa Clara County. It just is. And that's how it goes. After that, we run dry for a while. And then right here, I alluded to the wind event right there. That's Southern California. For us, that's a northeast wind. See how they look like railroad tracks or corduroy, kind of bent, crumpled? That is wind. When those lines get close together. Down here, see how far apart everybody is? That's not wind. The wind is up here. That's a pressure gradient, a north wind that'll blow down the valley. You get a wind advisory with this type of setup. If it happens, this is the Saturday the 11th. But you also see in the mountains here, there's a lot of wind up there. They'll get 50, 60 mile an hour winds. And then you go south down here and you've got Southern California kind of in an area that they could see some Santa Ana winds. And I bring it up because they don't have any rain. They have literally no rain compared to where they should be. That have-not line they are in the 30% of average rainfall, 20% average of rainfall. Marin County is at 160% of rainfall, so you get the idea. So we can handle wind. We'll get wind, it'll be fine. You just branches down, that kind of thing. But for them, next week, we're looking at the potential for fire, and you'll hear about it most likely. This is the 500 millibar, halfway up through the atmosphere, and this is my homage to the planet Earth, because this is the computer. This is basically Newtonian physics going, this is what the air is going to look like. It's a computer model. It's 500 millibars, halfway up through the atmosphere, vorticity representing instability in the higher elevations. And when you see areas like, reds and green, or reds and oranges and yellows, that represents instability and lift, and that will allow for that instability to translate down to the surface where we are, and that'll create rain, snow, wind, whatever. So, but it just shows you, it's like, wow, I love that. It is like a lava lamp. Somebody said that the other day, but it's just beautiful. Okay, so enough of that. Let's put a line around it. There's San Francisco Bay Area. Here comes the ridge. Here comes Friday. That's Friday's rain event. You see the trough, right? You see the dip? That's a trough. That's moving through. It's kind of a long wave trough. It's a little bit of a short wave. It's not a huge trough, but it clicks through. Friday it's through, and then watch what happens. That ridge pumps up. Look at that. Poof. It's a big ridge for this time of year, and that's hard to get through. That's why the systems keep going up over the top. You'll see an inside slider right here. See it come down from the north, but that's going to be pretty dry. It'll get snow in the mountains, a winter weather advisory, but rainfall would be minimal. Most noticeable would be frost advisories and freeze warnings the next day. And then you get the ridge popped up again. So what I just showed you is a prolonged period of dry. This is January 17th. So if you're a carpenter, painter, concrete guy, whatever, you can have a good run of weather that you can work with. Here is the have and have not line. This is actually the forecast for the Friday event, the rain Saturday, Sunday, and I think it's into Monday and Tuesday, so a few days out. But you see the colors representing the heaviest rain, and that it bears out the pattern we have seen all rain season thus far, and that is wet north of San Francisco, boom, pretty dry south of San Francisco. And when you get into LA, nothing. This is Mount Shasta. Turns out they're in the perfect spot for a bunch of rain. They're getting, they're at 170% of precipitation or rainfall average. And you've got, that equates to snow, rain, however you want to go with it. And that rain will continue pretty much, some of those storms are going to clip through even during the dry period. So Mount Shasta doing really well. And again, Lake Shasta right there in terms of in that basin. So they're getting the advantages of the above average rainfall, and so is Lake Oroville, just snuck in. You go south of Lake Oroville, much less precipitation. Okay, so here is Homewood. This is we used to call that the Knob. I can't remember what this ski run is called. But you can see that it's kind of a cloudy day up there. Temperatures are in the upper 20s, low 30s. It'll end up about 35 degrees for a daytime high. In Lake Tahoe, not well over 100%. They're about 75% of average precipitation or snowfall. So you can see the haves and the have-nots. Go to the beach. This is Ocean Beach. Swell has dropped off. Swell will increase tomorrow. So right now, it's the tide's really high. It's going to come out, and probably in the next 3 hours, it'll be pretty fun. But I would caution you, if you are going out there, whether to fish or walk the beach or to surf, there'll be sets, especially tonight, because the swell comes back up, and we'll probably see a surf advisory of some kind as we go into the next 48 hours, because it's just an active Pacific. Even though we have, ridge of high pressure over us now, the swells are coming from areas that don't have ridges of high pressure. So Ocean Beach, definitely coming up. This is Manresa, which is looking towards Santa Cruz. You can see not a lot of wind. You can see it's kind of small, which is Manresa is typically not that big. Well, it is, but it's inside the bay a little bit. So that's Manresa. Here we are, Stetson Beach. And you can see what a beautiful shot there. That's Pacifica down here. Stetson Beach, kind of in the shadow of Duxbury Reef, so it's hard for the swell to get in there. Beautiful day at Stetson, one of the prettiest beaches anywhere, just because of the redwoods that come right down to the beach. If you have never been to Stetson, it's worth a look. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Everybody in Marin knows that. This is the intersection at Olympic Valley into Palisades. Where's all the cars, right? Because normally people go on skiing, and this day's a good ski day. Not a lot of wind, pretty pleasant. But they have reservations in the parking lot, so you can't just go in and park. So what used to be a traffic jam at this light is no longer that way. Now they've kind of, at least it appears that they found a solution for it. I don't know how logistically it works in where all the cars end up going and how they do it, but it's definitely, you can see it visually there, less cars going in and out of Olympic Valley. This is Kingvale in westbound or eastbound 80, and traffic looks good there. And we are back to those super cool people in the morning. So we got it all done. You've got your Friday rain and then a big break. After that, we'll see frost advisories and things like that, but we're going to stay dry for a while. So Friday's your day. Get it done today, get it done tomorrow. Friday, hunker down. Saturday, Sunday, get on it. Okay, happy New Year to you. Thanks for watching. Love it if you could subscribe or tell a friend to subscribe, because I'm trying to grow this channel, and you guys are awesome. It's kind of like I'm finding my people, which is really awesome. And but I hope you like what I'm getting. I do a thing where I think I have a background. I'm a meteorologist, and in geography, physical geography to give birth. I have a bunch of stuff, but you don't need to know how much I know. You just want to know what you need to know, and you want to know enough. Like, you can go to the internet and get this stuff. You can go to this College of DuPage website, pull up the GFS, go to the sea level pressure, precipitation map, and just do the model. You don't need me. I just kind of here to facilitate that and kind of pique your interest. So again, subscribe, like, be awesome, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.